Welcome to my dad's podcast. It is called Up and Atom. Oh, and my mom's on it too.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, we're back. Episode 4. I've conned Stephanie into doing a fourth one of these. It's not easy though. She puts it off as long as she can. She waits like all day long, and she filibusters. You know what that means?
I do.
Okay, she filibusters throughout the house, and all of a sudden it's like, well, let's just do this right now. So a lot of things like that happen in my life. But welcome back into episode number 4. I'm Adam, and this is Stephanie. Say hello, Stephanie.
Hello.
Are you excited about this 4th episode?
I am. I think I've got it now.
What have you? Okay. How do you think that? What led you to that conclusion?
I just think I'm getting more comfortable.
Okay.
Not that much comfortable.
Apparently not that much comfortable. Well, again, thank you for listening in. If you're listening, hopefully you're subscribing, rating, and reviewing. This worked so well last time I tried this. So, Stephanie, if they're going to give us a rating, how many stars should they give us?
I want to say 5, but I think that's not the right answer.
5 is the right answer. Yeah. No, 5 is the right answer. We don't want 4. We want 5 stars. You can find us on all those major podcast platforms. Apple, Google. We're on YouTube, actually. Did you know we were on YouTube?
I did not.
We are on YouTube. There's no video, obviously, because we don't record this with any video, but you hear the audio. Our kids are super jealous about that, by the way.
Yeah, they want their own YouTube channel badly. Actually, we were just at Target, Aiden and I.
Yeah.
And he literally was begging me for a YouTube camera. It was like $200. I was like, kid, no.
Seems like a good investment.
I don't think so.
You don't think he'll be a YouTube star?
He would drive us crazy.
More so than he does now? Without the camera?
I think so.
Okay. Well, don't tell him we're on YouTube then, because we are. We have our own channel. We are also on Spotify. You can find us on there too. Do you listen to any? Which platform do you favor, Stephanie?
I haven't listened to one.
You have
single
not listened
one
to
of
the
our
show
episodes.
yet. Oh wow.
It's a little embarrassing to listen to yourself talk.
Well, you know what happens, so it's
That's
not
why
like
I don't have to listen to
the
it.
suspense isn't there. But maybe you want to get, critique yourself, give yourself a point. I try to listen every now and again and remind myself a few things. Okay. I self-critique.
How about I'll listen this week, and next week I'll give you my updates.
Okay, well, here we go with the updates. Again, tune into our show where Stephanie promises to do better the next show. That seems to be the theme. And or tune into our show where Stephanie talks about how she could have done better last show. So that's what we do around here. But again, I'm not being nice, Stephanie. I want to let you know that today you cleaned the house today. Actually, hold on real quick. Sorry, let me just.
My dad says something nice about my mom. You should sit down for this.
You did a fantastic job. The house looks fantastic today. I know you spent a lot of time cleaning the house today. You were working hard. I saw some sweat even. And so I want to thank you kindly for keeping the house clean.
That was my dad saying something nice about my mom. My life will never be the same.
You are welcome, but also thank you for
silly, stop
for
it.
starting some of that. Well, I was at the grocery store this morning.
Stop it.
Takes 2 working together.
Stop it. That's not even, yeah.
But not so thank you for having the Cheez-It crumbs after I clean the house.
Are there actually any Cheez-It crumbs, or do you just assume they're going to be Cheez-It crumbs?
I just assume because I see one right there on the floor.
That could have been there forever, for all you know.
That's true. I did not clean this room.
Well, there you go. So thanks for, I'm going to forgive you for blaming me prematurely, something I may or may not have done. We also need your update. Are you still solidified with your heist group? Has anything changed over this past week that would lead you to think that you want to swap out anybody from your heist group?
No, I think I'm good on my heist group.
Still good on the heist group. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to update here as we begin the show? Did you get any feedback? Any commentary from any friends, family?
I had a few people say they listened to the show.
Okay.
And they liked it. They thought the part where I told the story about how your most embarrassing moment was funny.
Okay.
And I don't have any feedback about the teacher because both kids were on spring break all week.
Spring break this weekend. How was that?
I am ready for them to go back tomorrow. Their lunches will be packed. Their backpacks will be ready.
Yeah. And
I will be pushing them out the door.
Why do you think we get rid of spring break once you get out of school? Why don't adults get a spring break?
That's a good question.
Like, why doesn't my work just shut down for a week and I get it off? I know the answer to that, frankly, but why doesn't that not happen as a society?
It's just part of being an adult, but you got to make your own spring break. You got to take the week off.
Oh, make your own spring break. Okay. Well, thanks for clarifying that. So no teacher updates, and your heist group is staying the same.
Correct.
Okay. We're also, for those of you who are in our bracket challenge or watching the games right now, Our guy Justin is in first place. I think
Which Justin?
Justin Meyer is in first place. Kristen, I believe, is in second place. And I am in third place. On the bright side, I'm beating both you and the 2 children, which is really the only goal I had of this entire thing. Duke is going to hold the key here. Justin and I both have Duke winning, so if that holds true, I think Justin will be the winner. If Duke loses, it doesn't do me any good either, so I'm not sure who wins in that case. But thanks for all who. I feel bad. Aiden is in last place.
Well, I'll probably be in last place soon.
He picked Old Dominion, though. I mean, what did you expect?
Yeah, he was out like the first night, wasn't he?
Old Dominion did lose on the first weekend of the tournament. That is correct.
Yeah, I had Gonzaga, and they were out last night, right?
Gonzaga did lose on Saturday, yes. You don't want to say last night because, again, you're doing a great job, by the way. Just want to let you know you're doing a great job. But you don't want to say last night because if someone's listening to this on Wednesday, they're like, wait, Gonzaga played last night on Tuesday?
That's true.
So you want to be a bit agnostic with your commentaries. Does that make sense?
I do.
Okay.
I have to go to podcast training.
It's not hard. I didn't really go to any podcast training.
That's true.
Just a natural.
You are.
I
am not.
You are not. So, all right. Well, so that's the opening updates. I think at this point we should get into some more content here. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Great.
My dad and mom tell you what to do. Good luck with that.
All right. Let's give some advice here, Stephanie. So, I know a person.
Okay.
And this person, who will remain nameless, is planning a potential engagement.
I assume this isn't you.
Yeah, it is not.
Oh, good.
Planning a potential engagement, and so, from a male female standpoint, I think the engagement means very different things. Am I right on this?
Yes.
And so, trying to help determine the best way to do said engagement. Now, the only caveat is this person wants it to be an ultimate surprise. Okay. So wants it to be really, really surprising. However, the manner of which he's thinking about going about it leads me to think maybe it won't be as big a surprise as he thinks. But I also don't know if it should be a surprise. Should it not be a surprise? Is it something that the person should know? Should we be hiding the ring here? Obviously, I was pretty smooth with our engagement, right?
Totally.
So I just don't know what kind of advice to give this individual. So let's start here. As a woman, yes.
Yes, I wasn't sure if you were calling me the woman or you the woman. you said as a woman.
You weren't sure.
I was pretty sure, but it didn't sound right.
Okay. Do these things need to be a surprise?
I believe that women enjoy the surprise more.
Okay. Why is that?
It just makes it like more interesting. But then on the same way, like if there's going to be like a photographer there and stuff, a girl wants to know ahead of time so that she looks good for those pictures, or just in general, because now, you can take your own pictures with your phone.
Well, I mean, you can't do it while you're proposing.
No, but afterwards.
You need someone like hiding or somewhere.
People do that. They hire photographers to hide and take pictures like from afar.
I understand.
While the guy's on his knee and...
No, I get the logistics. I'm sorry. The question was, is that, so you answered both there. You said surprising, but you also want to know because you want to be able to look good.
That's where it's kind of hard. Okay. Usually girls have some sort of clue that it's coming, and they may just not know exactly when or the exact moment. Mm-hmm. I did not know, though. You
did not know?
I did not know.
See, I actually pulled that off really well.
I believe you told me that you bought the ring that day and that you were going to wait to propose to me, but you couldn't wait. Like, you couldn't keep the surprise. And so you just did it that day, right?
Nope, that's not true.
Oh.
No.
Well, I guess.
Must have been the other engagement or something. I don't know.
16 years later. It's hard to remember.
No, I had bought it. I didn't have it that long. Sure. I think I'd bought it on, I don't know, on a Monday or something. And I think I gave it to you like a Thursday, something like that. So I didn't have it all that long per se, but it wasn't like the same day from the store.
But weren't you planning on not asking me that day, but like you had it planned for further down?
No, I think, I believe the day I asked you was our dating anniversary.
Yes.
And so I can't change that. I couldn't move it, unfortunately. So I had to, that was the date.
That was our 4-year dating anniversary, I think.
4-year dating anniversary, you think? It sounds about right mathematically. January something.
I think it was like January 20th, and it was my first year of teaching. So, yeah, that would have been 4 years.
Yeah. Okay. Good math on that, sure. Yeah. So it was a surprise, though.
Yes.
And that was a good thing.
Yes.
Okay. But had you have known, would it have? Well, how was it a surprise to you?
I just didn't think that you were ready for that yet.
I wasn't ready. Okay. And what led you to think that?
You're a guy.
I'm a guy.
You were only like 21, 22. Right?
Yeah. So that was what, 2013 we got?
That's when we got married. 2003
No.
we got married.
Yeah, but we got engaged in January of 03.
Of 02.
Of 03. And we got married in December of 03.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hi. How are you? Again, you look great today, by the way. I don't want to, not trying to be mean on that one. And so, yes, at that point, I would have only been 22.
Correct.
Years of age. Yeah, so I think my perspective is you got to throw them off for a while. Like, you got to keep them off the scent for a long time.
Yeah,
there.
but then it's like the Friends episode, and you throw them off too much, and then they like think that you are
well,
about
that
to
only
break up with
goes
them.
well. That only goes haywire if you got some other dude in the mix. Like, have no other dudes in the mix. That should be rule number A, right there, right? Let's not have any other dudes hanging around the engagement situation. But throw them off for a little bit. Make some comments. Unlikely to take a wife, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a dangerous game.
Why is that dangerous?
Because then she starts looking for other dudes.
That quickly?
I don't know.
So
if she really has that, want to get married thing in her, I don't know. That could be dangerous. I think you just play it like normal, like just everything's how it always is.
Everything's how it always is. Well, so like but aren't there signs? Like if it was our anniversary and I was like, hey, Steph, I want us to go out to a really nice fancy dinner tonight. Like, wouldn't you be like, okay, maybe like, here's the other flip side of this is like, then the girl gets her hopes up.
That's true.
When there's like a special event coming up, like Christmas or it's her anniversary or it's Valentine's Day, and that doesn't happen. And then all of a sudden it becomes like, oh, well, great. No, that's not happening too. So really, these are really tough situations.
They are.
Why do women think like this so much? Why can't you just be like, when he proposes, he proposes?
Well, this is hard because depending on your age, some girls see all their friends getting married and they just want to be like all their friends. We didn't have that problem because we were the first ones of all of our friends to get married. Mm-hmm. So maybe we set the standard. Although none of our friends got married for like years afterwards. Right. So maybe we scared them away.
All right. So I'm sorry. Women want to get engaged just because other of their friends are engaged?
Kind of.
What's wrong with you people?
Women are weird.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know. It's the same thing with babies. Once their friends start having babies, they want to have babies.
Yeah, is that? Wow. You guys are strange. I don't know a single guy who's like, you know what? Bill got engaged. I really need to step it up. Like, I don't know a single man who does that.
Well, that's why men and women are different.
Did you see Tommy's new son? We really need to get after it. Like, I don't know of a single. I mean, help me out, man, as you listen to this. Maybe I'm wrong. If you are that person, I swear I will make fun of you. But I don't ever recall that happening. Like, I don't recall getting a phone call being like, hey, Adam, is it true you guys had a kid? Yeah, we did, man. I need to have one of those too. Man, I'm so great. Like, that doesn't happen for guys.
It's probably a good thing because if that happened for both guys and girls, we'd be in trouble.
What do you mean?
There'd be marriages and babies everywhere.
Aren't there now marriages and babies everywhere?
There'd be more.
Okay. I'm just happy we didn't get married in the time where there was Facebook and Instagram because you would have been so annoying. I mean, I love you to death and all.
How would I? First of all, I don't have Instagram.
Well, you'd get it just for that.
Like with what? What would I post?
I don't really know. I think it would be like, here's a picture of the ring. Here's the dress shopping.
Maybe.
Like somebody tell me what flower setting I need. Any good recommendations on places. Like you'd be all. If there was a message board that you could go on to, that would. I'm sure there.
It's called Pinterest.
What's it called?
Pinterest. Sorry.
I didn't hear the first one. What was it called?
Nope, not repeating that.
Luckily, it's on tape. Well, that's not a message board. That's just like
but that's to get your ideas.
But you'd be on message boards like, hey, so and so looking for a DJ. Any recommendations? I need a photographer. Does anybody know? You would just be all over the message webs.
Oh, totally. But I really don't think I was a bridezilla. Maybe some of my maid of honor and bridesmaids can help me out with that. But I think I was pretty normal.
Yes. I think so. It's, at some point, like the man in this whole equation just becomes
you just showed up.
unimportant, right? It's just more about whatever it is that you want. That's really weird how that happened.
I don't even think you came to check out the place where we had it.
That's not true. I went to every single one of those things with you.
I only went to one. Actually, Chris, my maid of honor,
yeah,
she went to most of them with my parents for me because we were in Orlando.
I went to the one that we ended up choosing. I went to meet with several DJs with you. I think I don't recall meeting with the photographer. I don't know if we did though. I think
it was all the same. The DJ, the photographer. It was all in one package.
Way to go. Again, here's the so you just blaspheme out there and be like, I don't even think you came. I was there the entire time. I ate all that silly food because we checked out a couple different places. Maybe
we did.
Yeah, maybe we did. Were you at our wedding, or maybe it wasn't? Are we actually not married? Were you not involved in that?
I think I was.
Well, so for engagements then, ours was really simple. It was a really simple, no pomp, no circumstance. It was a pretty simple event. Looking back on that, should I have gone bigger on that type of event? Was it perfect the way it was? Should my friend here who's considering this, should he blow out the budget and do something extravagant? How's that supposed to go?
Well, I think things have definitely changed since we got engaged. And now even like prom is different. Like boys have to come up with all these ideas of how to ask girls to prom. They have signs and flowers and balloons and they write things in the sky and all kinds of crazy things. And so engagements have also done that.
I'm sorry, they write things in the sky?
Like they literally, now it's like, I forgot what it's called, but it's called a promposal.
Okay.
And these guys are doing all these like...
writing stuff in the sky.
Some of them have.
So Tommy in junior high with the junior high school.
Those are the rich kids that are doing it in the sky.
With acne all over his face is like, I need to get a plane up here to get Brienne to go to the prom with me. That's what's going on.
But like let's say the girl's a cheerleader. The guy will be in the stands with this big sign while she's on the field cheering, and they'll say like, so and so, will you go to prom with me? And he's got balloons and flowers and. I don't know. It's very different.
How does he hold the sign, the balloons, and the flowers?
I don't know if he has both, but
okay. Logistically, it just seems like a challenge. That's all.
But it's a big deal now. Anyway, so engagements are the same.
Okay.
And
so you needed something in the sky.
So for me, simple was good because I'm very simple, as you know. Watch what you say there.
Again, what do you mean watch what I've been blasphemed. I had nothing to say. I had no commentary.
You started.
I didn't start anything.
Anyway, so I think things have changed a little bit in that and everybody says like, how did he do it? How did he ask you to marry him? And so I think. So
it's less about the fact that you actually got engaged and more just about a cool story you can tell?
Yeah.
That's sad.
And the ring.
Yeah.
Show me the ring.
I have a picture of the ring he's going to get. I mean, I can show it to you while we're talking here.
Oh, you really have the ring?
I do. I don't have, well, you have your ring. I don't have that one, obviously.
I actually have 2 rings.
Yeah. Okay. And you want to tell that story for a second? Well, because this came up as part of the conversation. Where the heck is this thing? This came up as part of the conversation, in that somebody else who was listening in to us talking about this. That's the ring I'm showing you.
That's a nice ring.
It's a nice ring. You'd be okay.
I'd take that one.
All right. Well, not if you knew who it was attached to. You wouldn't. So there were some people who were talking through. So we got married young. We were younger, right? Your guy here didn't quite have the lucrative financial situation he has now.
Well, he was still in school. He was going for his master's. He did not have a job because he was going to school full time. That's correct.
Well, yeah, I did not have. I didn't have the ability to earn full time income at that point, and so there was some saving situations. We had some stuff figured out. So, I think I did a decent enough job with the ring. You don't wear it anymore, ever, by the way. But
I wear it on my other hand.
I think you did a decent. I did a decent enough job with the ring, And so after a period of time, let's say, when you get engaged at a young age, right, and your means can only afford so much, and then as time goes on, 10, 15, 20 years later, and now your means are differently, are you expected to upgrade that thing?
Some women do expect that, yes.
Why? Now, why is that again?
I think it's more just to show, like, you've made it this far, and... it's more to show like how far you guys have come. Than...
Like the house we live in doesn't count, the car we drive doesn't count, like the food on the table is not counting.
Ring. I'm just thinking maybe why girls want bigger rings. Like I said, like the J-Lo ring is too big. I don't need a big ring.
Okay. Well, glad to hear that. But so there is an expectation that there's an upgrade situation.
For many women, yes, they would like, especially if they got married young and it was like they got married when they had no money, and now they're doing okay, that they get one. Now, I was not expecting I got a second ring. I guess we had been together for, let's see, Addison was 3, so almost 9 years. 10,
yes, we were
8,
coming
9.
on. This was 09.
So that was 6 years.
09 at that point, I believe.
So I did get a second ring, but I wasn't asking for it. I wasn't expecting it. And in fact, you just literally came home with it one afternoon.
Now that is true. That is a ring I actually saw, and I literally was like, hey, I've got some money in my pocket here. I can make something happen with this thing. Like maybe I'll do that. And so that is a true story. That's the ring I actually bought same day and gave to you same day.
Yes, and that to me was, I think my mouth dropped open, because that was definitely, I was sitting on the floor playing with Addison, and you just came and sat next to me and gave me a ring.
I'm really a nice guy.
You are a nice guy.
I mean, there's
and I wear that ring every single day. I only take it off to shower.
So secretly though, I'm hurt by that.
That I wear that ring all the time.
Well, because I gave you another ring.
I wear it on my other hand.
Actually, are we telling this story?
What?
I gave you another ring.
I lost that one. But there was no diamonds in that one.
Oh, well, of course. I gave you other ring that you still have no idea where it went. And that thing actually cost me a lot of money to get, because I had to get that like specially made. And you have no idea where that went. But there's no diamonds in it, so everyone just relax. Nobody go investigating anything.
But Adam doesn't wear his wedding ring either, because he wears, what is that called?
This is a Quelo ring.
He wears the Quelo ring, so.
But I have that ring.
Yes.
It's available to me. So actually I'm doing you a favor, because I don't want it to get damaged from all the wads.
Got it.
You know about the wads.
I know about those wads.
I don't. Yeah. So simple. So his plan. I think that his hopefully soon to be fiance will be hip to it. He seems to think that it'll work out just fine. Either way, I think it's okay, right? As long as the end result is an engagement, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter how it happens, right?
No, I don't think a girl would say no if it wasn't.
Is that a fact?
Well, I've never heard of somebody that says no because they didn't like that.
All right, engagement. People, prove me right, because I absolutely think there's somebody out there that would indeed ask for a re-engagement situation.
Well, that's just kind of mean.
I'm not saying it's not mean. I'm just saying I think there's people out there that would absolutely ask for a re-engagement situation.
I think there are definitely girls who have a picture in their head of what they want their engagement to be like. And yeah, it could disappoint them if it's not done how they want it. But hopefully girls who have that picture in their head, hopefully they have expressed that to their boyfriend before the engagement, so that he can, or she can, do it right.
Doesn't anybody want to be surprised anymore, though?
I don't know.
Like if you were like, I really want a swan to fly in and place the ring in my hand, and like all of a sudden the swan comes like flying in, like what's going on. Don't you want to be surprised as if anything else?
I think so. I'm not sure that other women would think.
Again, what's wrong with you people? Why do you like that?
I don't know. I'm not all of them.
I mean, you're the only one I can talk to about this right now. I mean, that just seems irrational. So keep it simple. You think?
I say keep it simple, but still make it a surprise.
You don't think try to throw off the game, try to throw off the scent a little bit?
No, that's a dangerous game.
It's a dangerous game. Okay, a lot of danger involved in that game. I mean, I think I did a decent job of throwing you off the scent.
You were never like, I'm never getting married or anything like that.
But I also wasn't like, I can't wait to get married.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So I mean, I think there's some like smaller things you can do to throw somebody off their game.
Okay.
well, luckily we did our engagement worked out, and right.
Yep. Yeah, okay. 16 years later, we're still here.
Yeah, we are still here, and so hopefully for this person who will remain nameless for right now, maybe in a couple of weeks we can share the story of how it went down.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I mean, I know his plan already. I just don't know if he'll pull it off. He's actually kind of weird about those kind of things. He also wants to kind of film it, but he's concerned on how that'll work out and people knowing about it.
He needs to have someone hiding if they're doing that.
Well, obviously he understands how to do that. He's not going to wear. Actually, he didn't talk about wearing a GoPro in his head just to see if anybody would notice. But
well, wait, is he going to ask her parents first?
I don't know.
And do you think, is it a parent's, like if somebody was going to ask Addison in the future to marry us, if he could marry her?
Yeah.
would we want to warn her ahead of time? Like, hey, you're about to be proposed to?
Why would we? Wouldn't that make us terrible humans?
I think so.
You think so? You're not sure?
But like, what if we're not sure if she wants to be married or marry that person?
Well, I mean, okay, let's back a lot of things up here. Let's beep. Let's back some stuff up here. I assume that she's of an age that, she's an adult, 22, 24, somewhere in that ballpark, hopefully, maybe even a little older, 27, who knows, right? She's maybe in that ballpark. At that point, I don't think she's going to listen to our advice. What are you going to do? Like, I'm going to hang up the phone and be like, Steph, you're not going to believe this, but Billy just called. And he's going to ask Addison to marry him. And you're going to be like, let me get her on the phone. What's that conversation looking like? Hi, Mom. How are you? How are you? No, it's great. The weather's good out here.
I know who's going to ask
you
to marry
goodness.
you.
What are you talking about? Like, how's that conversation going to go?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But you want to tell her.
I almost don't want to know ahead of time because that would like freak. I don't know. Having to hold that secret in.
Okay. Just because you want to tell the secret, or now if you had reservations, then I think that's a different scenario.
Right.
But I don't know that you want to go calling up and being like, hey, Addison, real quick, Billy's going to call you in a little bit. He's on his way over right now. Yada, yada, yada.
So is this guy going to ask her parents?
Again, I don't know. I don't think
we'll have to find out.
I don't think I asked that question. I think he said he would. I don't know.
Okay. By the way, Adam did not ask my parents.
Nah.
But
I knew they liked me. I wasn't sweating
it. There you go.
I wanted to keep it a secret.
And you did.
I wanted to keep it a secret, yeah.
Should we say what my mother said when we told her we were getting married?
Sure. Is she listening to this, by the way?
She's not.
Great.
When I called to tell her that we were engaged, she said to me, why are you getting married now? Don't you want to travel the world? Mm-hmm. Which is funny because my mom hasn't traveled the world or even barely out of the state of Florida.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. I mean, it was me or the world. So luckily I won. I mean, your mother's always been so supportive, so I don't want to.
My mom is special.
Wow. I mean, Steph, come on. And I'm the mean one, real quick. Just real quick. If you could listen to the first 27 minutes of this show, and I said that somebody on this show was mean, somehow I would get tapped with that. I don't understand what's happening around here. Maybe we need to have Addison make one of these for you. I don't really know. I don't really know how
I
that
must
works
be the
out.
mean one today.
You must be. Yeah, I didn't. Well, it was awkward too because we weren't in the same city, so I couldn't see them. I would have had to call them on the phone. I don't think I've ever talked to any one of your parents on the phone at that point.
That's true.
So it would have been like a really random, like, hey, yeah. I just wasn't feeling that.
Okay.
But and so you're probably gonna ask me, does Addison's person need to call me prior to the engagement?
What's your answer?
My hope would be that if I liked this bozo, I would hope that he would know that already. Like, he shouldn't have to call and ask. He should know based on our interactions whether or not I would support that.
Well, and also hopefully you would already have a good relationship with this person before.
That's a tough one.
And hopefully he'd just be comfortable enough to ask you.
I mean, I think I'm a pretty approachable person.
Sure.
I'm sorry?
Depends on the day. Or the person, I should say.
Also, well, sure. There are some people I don't care for that. Yes, no, I'm not approachable to you, but there are some people that I greatly enjoy, and I'd like to think I'm approachable to them.
But hopefully her future boyfriend is one of those people.
It's going to be tough for him to do that.
Yeah, I know.
It's not going to work out well. There's going to be a lot of stipulations.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know what, like, if he comes over to the house and the game's on, and, I'm like, hey, Billy, why don't you, the game's on, why don't you sit down? And he's like, oh, I don't like basketball. Oh, no, I'm more into YouTube. Like, Billy's leaving.
I'm aware.
Billy got to go.
We should probably let her know these stipulations before she finds a boyfriend.
Yeah, Billy got to get, like, if he's like, no, I'm really much into the Lord of the Rings, then, Billy's got to go.
Ouch, yeah. We don't do the Lord of the Rings.
No, we don't do the Lord of the Rings. Billy's time is numbered. So, well, hopefully it works out for my friend. I will keep all of you updated on that situation. I'm sure you're all just dying to know what happens. Perhaps I'll have him on, although that won't go well. So maybe I won't do that. But hopefully it works out well. You want an update on that at some point, right?
Yes.
Okay. So As you can tell, Stephanie's really eager for an update, so stay tuned. You never know what'll happen.
My dad and mom are going to play a silly game. I wouldn't get too excited if I were you.
All right, we're going to repurpose a segment from the old show, Steph, and with a little help from our friend Jimmy, we're going to play a rousing game of overrated, underrated, properly rated.
I'm ready.
Do you know how to play?
I do.
You want to tell everybody, or should I?
You can tell them.
Why can't you tell them?
Because I'll mess that up.
There we are. So I'm going to give you a topic, a thing, an object, and then you're going to tell me whether or not that thing is overrated, underrated, or properly rated. Now, this is a tough one because you are eclectic. You have a lot of different interests. Do you know what eclectic means?
I do.
Okay, you have a lot of different interests. And so this could be all over the place. So you never know what you're going to get.
Are we both answering?
I can offer an answer as
Okay.
well, but ideally this would be I'm going to ask you and then you answer, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready for now a couple things that people should know about you? Again, you're a big sleeper.
Go ahead.
You are a fervent cleaner.
That's true.
Very, very clean, although not very organized, but a fervent cleaner
I am
nonetheless.
organized.
And so, these may be slight. You know very little about sports.
I know more than most women.
Okay, well, maybe. And so music is not your genre.
Yeah, music's not my
Okay, so you never know what you're going to get here. So, Stephen, here's the first one. Ready? This might be controversial. Swiffer.
Ooh. I'm going to say properly rated.
Properly rated.
And why properly rated?
Because it does what the commercial says it should do.
Which is what again?
Which is clean.
Okay.
Which is, it's an easy... I'd much rather use that than a mop.
Are those your only two options?
A Swiffer or a mop?
Yeah.
In my head.
Okay. So you what about in like life? All right. So you go there. I go here.
Overrated.
Overrated. You know why? Because you've got that thing and it doesn't fit anywhere in the house. So you typically have that Swiffer pole randomly, like usually it's in the cupboard by like the food.
That's true.
Sometimes it's in the cabinet. Right now it's like by the light switches over there.
Yeah, because I still have to mop the floor. I haven't gotten that far yet today.
So it's just I need a better home for it. If you could find a home for it, I would maybe change my rating on it.
I'll work on that.
But for right now, it's just there. I don't understand it. My next one for you here. Are you ready for this next one?
I'm ready.
The next one is peanut butter.
Oh, underrated. I love peanut butter no matter what it's in.
Underrated.
How is it underrated?
I love peanut butter no matter what it's in. It's not in enough things.
It's not in enough things.
You need peanut butter with your chocolate at all times.
You don't need that.
Yes, you
No.
do.
No.
Peanut butter is I prefer peanut butter than chocolate probably.
I'm sorry.
And I just discovered almond butter is actually better than peanut butter.
It's healthier for you.
It's healthier, but it tastes better.
It's keto friendly if you're into that kind of thing. I mean, listen, you know my stance.
Overrated.
I don't do peanut butter. I don't understand it. I don't so as part of the diet program I try, I have to take a spoonful of almond butter at night. I eat the thing. Can you describe for the audience the face that I make as I'm eating said almond butter?
It is definitely a disgusted face, and he has somehow convinced our children to never ever try peanut butter ever in their lives.
Wait a minute. I convinced them, or they were just smart enough to understand?
It depends on who you ask, but you definitely have swayed them towards lack of peanut butter.
Have they ever had peanut butter?
No,
Okay.
because they won't try it.
Okay. Well, and that's because of me?
Yes,
Have
'cause
they-
every time I have peanut butter, you're like, ew,
What do I sound like?
ew.
Have they ever had shrimp?
I don't think so,
Why not?
because I don't eat shrimp.
Huh. Interesting. So I'm in trouble for. Okay. Well,
But I don't ever. Well, I don't think I say bad things about shrimp.
do you say good things about shrimp?
No.
So, I mean, I think that works both ways. I mean, I get in trouble for the peanut butter thing, but you just. I mean, I don't really actually even like shrimp all that much. I just convenient how all of a sudden
You
I
have
like shrimp.
convinced them no ketchup and no peanut butter
So I've taught them the right things of life. Yes.
in Adam's world. Yes.
In a lot of worlds. I don't understand. I mean, ketchup is just absolutely.
Overrated.
Thank you, Jimmy. Oh, way overrated.
And I I do kind of agree with that because I just saw like this whole article about how unhealthy ketchup is and how much sugar is in it.
Huh.
You gotta buy organic.
Oh, of course you do. Yeah, I know. When you go to the store, you spare no expense. This is an interesting one. This is an interesting one for, we'll stay on the food genre for a second. I know you're big on the food genre. Bacon. Over, under, or properly rated?
I'm gonna say underrated.
Okay.
Underrated.
You don't strike me as a big bacon fan though.
Oh, I like bacon. But see, I don't like bacon mixed in with things. I like bacon. It can be on top of, like on my sandwiches or by itself, but I don't like it like cooked in with food.
Okay. Such as like what? Like a
Um,
burger? Like a bacon
Right.
cheeseburger?
Yeah, or like I don't want my mac and cheese with bacon like mixed in with it.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like that.
Okay. I mean, I agree. I think bacon is certainly,
Underrated.
you can have bacon with everything. It just goes.
That's true.
It just goes.
We actually went to the bacon festival a few years ago.
We did. That was a
We did not
cluster,
have
though.
enough bacon there though.
That was a cluster. You're waiting in line for hours. We did see Guy Fieri.
Yes.
Uh,
From very far away.
Guy Fieri. I mean, he's, I mean, I don't know.
Properly rated.
Properly rated. I mean, he was what I thought he would be.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he was what I thought he would be. This is a tough one for you.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Napping,
Underrated.
of course.
Underrated.
And that is because not enough people do it.
Um,
I properly nap.
you do properly nap. I mean, look, I think it's absolutely,
Properly rated.
but only because not everyone has the ability to have as much napping in their lives as they want to. So when you can get them in, I think it's okay to get them in if you're not feeling, great or long night, just need a quick little pick me up. But not everybody has the luxury of having it having available to them
That is true.
around the clock.
That is true. I do believe, though, that sleep is a big thing about being healthy and actually helps keep you from getting sick. If you are on the same sleep schedule daily, including the weekends, that it helps.
So it's the sleep. Yeah, you're a big fan. And whenever the kids are sick, the first thing you tell them to do is go to sleep.
Yeah, they don't, though.
They don't. But that's like your first cure for everything is sleep.
But Addison, the way you know she's sick is if she will take a nap in the middle of the day.
Okay, I'll write that down. Thank you for
That's
that.
how you always know.
All right. So again, for those of you who listen to the other three shows, this one's going to be interesting. Stephanie, give me your thoughts on Common Core math.
How would I say that one? That would be overrated.
Okay.
Overrated.
Jimmy says overrated. Explain why. Explain what Common Core math is, and then explain why it's overrated. I'll leave the room for like 10 minutes while you do this. Let me know when you're done.
I won't be too long. Common Core math is used in most states, except for like Virginia, Texas, and a few others. And it's new standards, but they make the kids do math in much longer ways. So instead of just doing 10 plus 5, they have to like draw out 10 and 5 and then have like a group of 10 and a group of 5 and all these. It's way longer, and the students have to show their work, and it's just annoying that they can't just do like, okay, 10 plus 5 is 15, if that didn't come out right.
I think your math is right on that. So that's over. I mean, I don't know much about it. Based on what you say, I'll agree that it's overrated. You seem to be really fired up about Common Core math.
Yeah, I do not like it, but many states are going away from it, so.
And that's a good thing, you think?
It's a good thing, except for the millions and billions of dollars that were spent on curriculum to put it into schools.
That curriculum bill will get you.
Correct.
When you're not expecting it. Do you have any categories you want to do for me, or do you want me to keep running my own here?
Oh boy, I can't think of any.
Of course. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'll come up with one final one for you.
I'm ready.
I don't know. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure you're ready?
Yes.
Okay. The last category is as follows: basketball.
Just any basketball, or like professional, college, kids.
All of the above.
Oh. I think I'll say properly rated.
Properly rated.
Okay.
It is good for kids to play.
It
Keeps
is.
them active.
Okay.
keeps the adults interested in watching it.
Okay.
But there is a lot of basketball games on to watch.
Yeah, it's coming to an end. I mean, the college game's coming to an end soon.
Yeah, but then football starts soon.
Well, no, you got the NBA playoffs first.
Right. But
So that'll take you through June.
And baseball.
Yeah. I mean, baseball's
I'm lucky you don't watch that much.
not a lot of baseball on. No, you won't. No, not a lot.
But man, football and basketball season, it's on.
I mean, what else would we have on TV at that point? I don't understand.
That's true. That literally, except for my HGTV show, that's about it.
Show or shows?
Shows.
No, hold
the
on.
whole channel.
Hold on. You have like 7 staples of shows that I can come home and count on these. Let me list them for you. Let me know if I miss any. This is off the top of my head.
Wait. I don't watch them in front of you though. Who has the remote in this house when you're home?
I don't even. I guess I kind of do, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's because I'm also not home for 9.5 hours. And you can watch TV all you want while I'm not here for those 9.5 hours.
Yes, I have a few shows that I do DVR.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Well, DVR just watch. So you always have Grey's Anatomy.
Yep.
Which crap. Actually, hold on. Let me just. I'll just run through these while I'm here with it.
Overrated.
Because every episode, someone's got an epidemic. A doctor's gonna die. A doctor has to give his own left arm for somebody else, and then the left arm regenerates somehow. And then somebody's boyfriend breaks up with them, and then the chief of surgery wants to do something. That's like every episode of Grey's Anatomy.
I cry in every episode.
I could write the show. I don't know why I don't. The Kardashians. I just
Overrated.
way overrated. That's been covered ad nauseum. You know what that means?
Starting back today, Kardashians.
Again, when's today?
Oh yeah, Sunday.
Okay,
Sorry.
so on Sunday it'll be on again. Season number 740, I'm sure.
Something like that.
In this season, let me preview in this season. Let's see. There's a fight between the sisters. One of them has some problems with her boyfriend. One of them may or may not be pregnant. There's probably going to be a weight issue at some point in time. The mom's boyfriend's going to be a problem. Do I have it all down?
Somebody's making $1 billion.
I mean, I'm not saying they're not. Good for them. Good on them for doing that. Okay. Next up is House Hunters.
That's not my favorite. That's if there's nothing else on.
But it's on a lot, right?
Because there's usually nothing else on.
Okay. Let me get the two idiots who Fixer Upper.
Oh, I like Fixer Upper.
That one guy's a moron. I just don't understand it.
Overrated.
He's not funny.
He kind of bothers me.
And it's all a big ruse because when you get the house, they stage all that stuff in there, right?
Most of it.
And as soon as it's done taping, they take it all back out again.
Yeah.
So
unless you buy
you don't get to keep any of that crap.
Unless you pay for it.
Well, sure. But I mean, why are you going to do that? I mean, I'm sure it costs like $1 gazillion for all that crap that's inside the house there. And that they make it seem like that lady like painstakingly does that. Like they're only there working probably like a day out of the entire, build, if you will, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure on the logistics.
Of course you're not. The Property Brothers, is that the same?
I do like the Property
Brothers. Are they related?
Brothers.
I don't really know.
They're twins.
No.
Oh.
I'm at the shows.
They're on the same channel.
But this just in, the Property Brothers might be related. Big if true. I don't understand that show either.
My 600-pound life.
Okay, I was gonna get to that one. That there's a problem with you because I don't know. You have a
Be nice.
You look great today, by the way. I love what you're doing with your hair. It looks with that one piece sticking up.
I haven't even brushed
it looks good.
today.
You have this tendency to really want to watch and enjoy things that are hurtful for others.
Well, see, I watch that while I'm eating so that I don't overeat. Is that weird?
Yep. You understand the flaw in that logic, right? You should watch that while exercising, maybe not eating. I don't know.
Well, it keeps me like, okay, don't eat too much.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, you're about 500 and some odd pounds away from having to be on that show. I think there's probably a point between A and B that you could be like, you know what, I should reassess where I'm at. Like maybe the halfway point, you should be like, hey, wow, I'm at $3 bills. Maybe I should stop eating. But I'm glad you keep yourself grounded by watching, the 600-pound life situation. The other one you've been watching lately that I don't even understand. Again, this is your morbid curiosity, which is weird stuff. Is Dr. Pimple Popper?
Oh, I love that show.
I don't even understand that one.
It is like so satisfying.
Why?
To watch these people get their pimples popped.
I get the premise of the show. I don't understand why can you explain that?
Well, just like if you were the kids have something like
You
a
are.
blister, I always want to pop it.
You do, and this is a true story. I have a bit of a thumbnail problem.
Yes.
I on Christmas I was building something for Aiden and the using the drill and got a little bit of my fingernail there, and there's been some blood underneath there, and it's just been pretty heinous. And so finally it's starting to come apart, and there was a part that was kind of coming up, and I was like, man, this is starting to catch on stuff. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like she just I don't know, just from like the clouds, Stephanie came down with a pair of nail clippers, like, let me see it.
I wanted to get that.
Let me see it. And I'm like, Steph, I'll put the nail. And just let me see it. I could get that one piece. Let me just get that one piece. I could get the one part right there. Let me just get the one part.
It's true.
So finally, I was like, fine, all right, it doesn't hurt. I think you can do it. Cut that part off. Okay, got that part off. She's like, oh, okay, I got it. Good. That was a good. Wait, I should just get this little edge right here. There's just this one more little edge. Let me just get this one more little edge right here. You have a problem with that? What's that about?
I just want to help you.
Was that help? You also want to help the pimple popper people? Is that how that works?
I feel bad for some of those people.
Okay. Did I miss any of the show? I think that should be your hit list. I think as I know it.
You forgot Teen Mom.
I forgot. I don't even know the Teen Mom. Let me get on this episode of the Teen Mom. Somebody's in fight with somebody else. Somebody's second boyfriend has a problem. Somebody's not talking to their mom. The police are coming. Somebody's going back to school, but only for a little bit. All on this episode of Teen Mom.
And so let me clarify. I don't watch TV all day. Every day, on my lunch break from working, I know he's laughing because I work from home, but I don't turn the TV on while I'm working, except for while I'm eating my lunch. I have 30 minutes that I sit down, I eat my lunch, and I watch one of my recorded shows, and that is it. And sometimes on Friday night, like while I'm waiting for you to come home from work and the kids are playing or something, I'll watch TV.
Now, Stephanie, can we just do this for a second here? Our audience is pretty smart. Okay.
Sure.
You have listed off like 16 hours of programming, and you expect them to believe that you only watch these in 30-minute
The only
increments?
ones I watch every week are Grey's Anatomy, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which is just starting back, and Teen Mom.
Okay.
The rest I don't like DVR or anything. It's just if they're on and I have nothing DVR'd to watch.
Okay, but you get all those in somehow every week.
No, I don't get all those in every week. I don't watch Property Brothers every week.
Oh,
or
Christ, I didn't mean to.
House
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Hunters
insult you.
or My 600-Pound Life. Like,
They're on, how come? But every time I come home, how come the TV is always on that channel? I didn't leave it on that channel.
oh, I do watch that channel. I
But-
just don't watch all of those shows every week. So I might watch a HGTV show,
Okay.
but not all of them.
No, fair enough. Okay. Well, again, you have some pretty miserable taste in TV. Again, you look great today. You look really nice. I like what you're doing with your jeans there. Those are really nice. Those are comfortable. But I don't. Yeah, you have some terrible TV.
I'm okay with it.
My dad and mom answer your questions. I'm glad somebody talks to them.
All right. As always, you, the faithful listeners of the show, have come up big with some questions. We had 2 questions this week. Stephanie, are you excited about these 2 questions? One question, this actually came midweek. This was off of a response from last week's call for questions. And Ben wants to know, how did we meet, and was it love at first sight?
Interesting.
That is Ben's question. Ben is quite inquisitive. And so, Stephanie, would you care to share the story of how we met?
I will do my best.
What do you mean? You were there.
But sharing it. Like,
Okay.
So we were 18 and it was our first week moving away from home in college. And my friend, Kristen, who listens to the show, thank you. She was direct messaging, or what was that called then? AOL messaging.
That's correct.
Some different people who were also moving to UCF for college. And it ended up being that one of those people was UCF Mike, if you listen to Adam's other podcast. And so they found out that they were going to be living in the apartment right under us. I was Kristen's roommate. And so they, Adam and his roommates came up when we moved in and knocked on the door and introduced themselves. I believe you had already met my roommate Bonnie because she was there a few days before us, like just quickly.
I can't confirm or deny that.
Okay. So it was you and Mike. And was it just the two of you?
I can't confirm.
Or was
that
it
either.
Mark too?
No, Mark didn't. No, Mark did live with us. I don't know. No, Mark wasn't there yet. It may have been CJ.
Okay.
He
So
may
it was
have
2 or
gone.
3 of them. And I remember that we invited them in and we were on one side of the kitchen. There's like a window, like bar area. And the guys were in our kitchen and we talked or whatever. And
I think it's the
then,
other way around. I think you were in the kitchen and we were outside.
oh, maybe that was it. And we talked or whatever, got to know each other, and you guys left. And I remember my roommate saying, "Did you know you were leaning over the counter that whole time and your chest was hanging out?" Apparently, had a tank top on, and you could see more than I had expected, and I had no idea. So I don't know, Adam. Was it love at first sight?
A few things. Hi, Graham, if you're listening. Yeah, I don't recall. So I recall that certainly you were wearing a smaller shirt. I don't honestly, I don't recall that there was any sort of a commentary around like look what we found kind of thing.
That's good.
So your question was it love at first sight?
I believe you had a girlfriend at the time.
I believe
who was long distance.
She might. Who knows? That's all a blur. Look, I will be perfectly honest. I did not walk out of that apartment being like, I just met the woman I'm going to marry, kind of thing. Nor do I think you said the same as I exited the building.
Correct.
So no, I don't think it was a love at first sight situation. Yeah, I mean, just the quick 20 minutes that we spent getting to know you, it was pretty obvious that we were vastly different people. And so I wasn't kind of like, oh, wow, this is like, somebody who's just like me or somebody who likes to do the things I like to do. Or, and so, yeah, on first ballot there, we didn't appear to have had a lot that would link us together as a common trait.
Could you tell in those first 20 minutes that my roommates and I were good Christian girls who like didn't drink, didn't do anything else?
Yeah, I think we could figure that out pretty quickly. Yeah, I mean, we're not, we weren't heathens or anything, but
you did come from a Catholic school.
Amen. But yeah, I mean, we could certainly tell. I could certainly tell that we might not all have a lot in common. Yeah.
Yeah, but then throughout the year we hung out. And then we went our separate ways for the summer. You stayed up there.
I did. I took a rigorous summer class load for most of my time at UCF. Tennis, bowling, golf that one summer, coaching football, team sports. I took that one as well. So I took a rigorous summer course load usually.
Well, and your friend Chad rented my room for the summer.
That's correct.
And so my roommates and I all went home for the summer. I actually took my class at FAU, and then we stayed in touch over the summer just through, I guess then it was email, right? Maybe some AOL.
I feel like it was email. I don't think it was a lot of AOL.
Yeah, but nothing. Just like, hey, how's your summer going, kind of thing. And then we got back sophomore year, and we hung out more. Our roommates, my roommates and his roommates, and all of us, we all just hung out together.
Yeah.
And then you broke up with your girlfriend and I broke up with my boyfriend and we ended up together.
That's a terribly boring story, the way that you just described it. Yeah.
Well, you can add more to that if you'd like.
No, I mean, those details are the details as I recall them. Yeah. It wasn't love at first sight though, or second sight,
or third or fourth.
No, third or fourth.
I think I just grew on you. Like, I don't know. You grew on me.
Yeah.
You were funny.
I am funny.
I liked your style of dress.
I mean, now you're funny apparently. Yeah, I don't know that I had style of dress, but sure, that's fine.
I don't know.
Great. The next question we got was from our good pal Justin Meyer, and he asked, I believe the question was, who are we fighting with? Who's on our side? Who's on our team for a zombie apocalypse? And so, love Justin to death. I have actually known Justin for 34 years, which is kind of weird. Actually, I have 3 people like 3 or 4 people that I actually literally do know that I've known for 34 years.
Me too.
I'm not that old, by the way. And
well, you are 34.
Anyway, so we are the worst people to ask this question to because, first of all, I don't even know what a zombie apocalypse would be. You can't say apocalypse. I don't know what one is.
We do not watch or listen to sci-fi.
This has been talked about on these airwaves before, but I am the last person in the world that you want to ask any question about these kind of things for. I have no interest in any of these things. I have never seen Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, any comic book thing like the Avenger. Like name a famous comic book. If it's a cartoon character, unless it's a kid's cartoon character, it's just not me. I just don't have any interest in that kind of stuff. I think there's a show called The Walking Dead where this is a part of that. Like, I don't understand that. Never seen Game of Thrones. I've never seen it. I have no desire to. Here's my thing. Whenever I start off with a show and I'm like, and someone's like, hey, have you seen show, whatever, Tissue Box? And I'm like, no, I haven't caught Tissue Box. What's it about? Oh, it's great. There's this one guy, Jimmy, and Jimmy's got, he's got this friend, Pete. And so Pete can turn his head like counterclockwise. And then these boulders come out of his eyes and then he kills people, but only if they don't have the Krypton. And I'm like, you lost me already. Like if there's caveats and people can do certain things, I have no desire to have anything from a stimulant standpoint that is not based in reality.
And I am the same, but I do know for a zombie apocalypse.
There it is.
Apocalypse. I knew that was going to happen. That I would not be fighting anyone. I would be the one with my doomsday basement locked in it and not fighting anyone.
I'm sorry.
Hiding.
I just have to stop real quick. What for those who might be unaware, could you describe a doomsday basement?
That's where you like have all your stuff hoarded so that you could live down there for like months if you needed to, like in case there was a zombie apocalypse.
In the doomsday basement? That's what it's called? Is that an official term? I just don't know.
I don't know if it's basement, but doomsday room.
Like
something.
A safe room, like a shelter of some sort.
Yeah. Like
an underground situation. That's what you're talking about? And it's your doomsday basement?
Yes. So I'm not fighting anyone.
Okay.
I'm hiding.
You're hiding. I assume again I can parse through a zombie apocalypse is when all these zombies are attacking, and you need to be able to fend off said zombies. I don't know if you fight them if they have superpowers of some sort. I don't know how that works. Am I allowed to have weaponry? I'm not one for weaponry, by the way, but am I allowed to have weaponry? I don't really know. And so in this configuration, I think I would need people who have weaponry, who have access to weaponry, I suppose is what I would do. And I don't know what kind of weaponry you need, so I'm ill prepared for that kind of question.
We need to, whoever's on our team, apparently, we need to make sure they know this stuff.
So Justin, if you're listening, maybe you could do a couple of things for us. One, tell us what the heck a zombie apocalypse is. And then two, if you could start asking questions for us that are multiple choice, that'd be a lot easier. Like maybe give me some names I can choose from for my zombie apocalypse squad, and maybe then I can best support what you want to do. But I'm not really so sure what happened. By the way, speaking of things that just happened, Wayne Rooney just hit a bender from the corner there. And Duke lost, by the way, so my bracket has now officially been eliminated. So, Justin, if you're listening, if you can just, again, multiple choice might be better for us next time. Steph, what do you think?
I think so. That I definitely do better with multiple choice.
Definitely does better with multiple choice. And so those are the two user questions for this week. We're open to any questions you might have.
Yes, please send us your questions.
Have you gotten anybody to follow us, Stephanie? Any more followers or anything?
I don't know that I've gotten any followers, but I have had people tell me they listen that I didn't think would listen.
Why? Okay. And are they telling their friends, you think? Are they?
Ooh.
Downloads were down, a little down this week.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's your fault.
My fault.
I didn't say it was. You look great today. I didn't say it was.
I think more of my friends have listened than yours.
Ouch. Is this
maybe we should take a poll.
The Adam Army needs to unite here. And
so.
Okay, so all right. Well, if you're a friend of mine, then both of you listening to the show, Stephanie has just called you out and said that more of her friends listen than more of my friends.
Thank you, friends. My friends.
My friends could just go jump off a cliff, apparently. So if you're part of Adam Army, I'm gonna need you to. We're gonna have to figure out how to determine who's winning that, though.
I think we should put up a poll.
Here with the poll again.
Yeah. And then if you're an Adam listener, they click you, and if they're a Stephanie listener, they pick me.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so we're pitting ourselves against each other here.
Just to see who has more people listening.
Well, where are we running this poll at? Facebook? Because you have like hundreds of more friends at Facebook than I do. Friends. I mean, it's job, no job. It's just funny how that works out.
I have 4 jobs.
I was talking to somebody else. Don't listen to him, people. I guess we can run. I'm gonna need some ballot stuffing here. So
No ballot stuffing allowed.
I'm gonna need some. I mean, I'll put it up.
If you want, you could also put it on Instagram because I don't have people that I know on, like, I'm not on Instagram. And we could combine the two totals.
I mean, I'm not. The show is on Instagram. I don't even think that anyone would know enough to. I'll try. I'll see if anyone will vote on it. I'll try putting it on Facebook, Instagram. Are you an Adam listener or a Stephanie listener? What's the bet going to be here? Is there a bet with this?
Ooh. I don't know. Loser has to make dinner.
Okay. Sure.
Can you think of a better one?
Probably. I mean, there should be something more entertaining. There should be some sort of a.
How about loser has to get a bucket of ice dumped on their head?
Wow, that escalated quickly. Okay.
Or like whipped cream pied face.
Okay. I can't do either of those. Well, so let's put up another poll on what the loser should do, and then a poll on who the winner is. So
and we'll video it for the viewers to see.
Viewers, listeners.
Oh,
we'll get that. We'll get that down. Don't worry. We'll get that down one day. Wow. Okay. Well, a lot of good calls. These are called calls to action, by the way, in the podcast game.
Oh, see,
you leave your audience with a call to action. So a call to action is to go to our our Facebook page. We'll put a poll up, and then we'll put another poll up to determine Well, it's interesting though because I think they have to know what the. So we should put the first poll up of what will the loser have to do.
Right.
Because then I think it'll balance or influence who is selected for the loser.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Oh, I'm glad you're right with that. Okay. So come back next week, I guess. We'll figure out who's won, who's lost, where we stand. If we're still, if Stephanie can figure out a way to make that story about us meeting more exciting.
I think you almost said if we're still married.
Did I? Huh. It's funny how that kind of stuff happens when you listen to the Up and Adam podcast.